From the equation PE equals mgh, it appears that the gravitational energy depends on our choice of the point at which h equals 0. Which of the following is true? So they're looking at the potential energy equation for gravity, and where we choose h for h equals 0 is going to be where the ground is, or the potential for an object to fall. So it technically doesn't matter. If something doesn't matter in math and science, they use a word called arbitrary. So the choice of the place at which h equals 0 is arbitrary as long as the PE is always positive. So in this context, arbitrary means it doesn't matter, or it's not of significance where we choose it. So arbitrary. Looking at this, that is going to be the answer, but if I look, there's a couple places that talk about arbitrary. So part D, A and D are very, very, very close. And so is E. So let's look at B and C, just to make sure we don't want to choose those. This equation is true only if we choose h equals 0 at the surface of the Earth, or C at the center of the Earth. So those are very specific places which we don't really care about. So those are really wrong. Our choice is arbitrary, or it does not matter, but the reasoning for each one of these is slightly different. So the reason for part A is that we want PE is always positive. The reason for part D is it just says we can be chosen in any convenient way, and that only changes in PE are significant. So that sounds like a pretty good reason. In part E, same thing, the choice of H doesn't matter, but then it says because the resulting change in PE will be offset by a corresponding change in kinetic energy. Okay, so this is also good because it's talking about kinetic energy. The important part, though, the one that is going to win over the others, is this one. We want PE to be positive, because if PE isn't always positive, this can lead to KE to be negative. And in another problem, we talked about how KE needs to always be positive. So we want PE to always be positive, otherwise KE will be negative. So D and E don't give us enough information to show us that kinetic energy won't be negative. So our answer is A.